How do you know you're getting old? Who is your all-time favorite video game protagonist? What is the worst thing you can say at a funeral? Congratulations? My bad. Yeah, you could probably wait a week to say that at least. Real story. It was at my great-grandmother's funeral. The guy from the crematorium see us off by saying absent-mindedly, "See you soon." I don't know if he said it absent-mindedly. It's probably some morbid humor from the morgue people. What's up, guys, and welcome to my unboxing video. You know what? You can say this at my funeral. Go for it. It'd be funny. Better him than me. Yeah, that just kind of makes you sound like an a-hole. Show of hands. How many of y'all only came to see if this SOB was really dead? So, am I in the will? That's what most of the relatives that you've never seen in decades show up for anyway. It is kind of disgusting how quickly people jump to money during a funeral. Should have been an open casket. What a ripoff. To your aunt who say to you at every wedding you attend, "You're next." Say the same to her at a funeral. Ooh, that's kind of perfect, actually. Jimmy Carr said it best. "I'm sorry" is completely acceptable. "I apologize" on the other hand. Yeah, saying "I apologize" is weirdly implying guilt, so you might get some questions. You guys gonna eat that? I mean, hey, they're just trying to be resourceful. You know, she was always really hot, but I'm sure wherever she is now, she's much hotter. Saying she went to hell? My God. Steves of Reddit, how do you keep yourselves from saying "good stevening" when greeting friends or coworkers in the evening? Steves should start doing this, but only to other Steves. It'll be like the Jeep Wave thing. I know of a rather angry and aggressive Steven. I need to ask him this tomorrow and see if I survive. We will mourn you in the event of your untimely passing. My name's Lorne. I'm not afraid of wishing people a good lorning some mornings. Similarly, Bjorns of Reddit, how do you keep from saying "good Bjorning" when greeting friends or coworkers in the morning? Oh, I'd be insufferable if my name was Bjorn. You couldn't stop me. I spell it with a PH, so I say "good evening." Feeve? I'm pretty sure they mean Steven with a PH, but it's fine. I opt to keep my name strictly reserved for when I invite the ladies to explore my hairway to Steven. It's close, but I think that only works on paper because you'd have to say it hairway to Steven, and that's not right. I tried to get my dad, a Steven with a doctorate, to try this sometime. Dad, when someone asks you if it's Steven with a PH, you have to reply, "No, PhD." He didn't find the humor in this. Your dad sounds like a bozo. That's hilarious. If someone ever told me "good stevening," they'd never be seen again. Good stevening. Well, we'll just hope not a psycho survived. God help the soul that speaks those words to me. I'm not a Steve, and I find this question appalling. Something makes me think this guy's name is Dan. What's the best song of the 80s? So many good songs. How can you even pick just one? You know, you got a point. There are a lot of bangers. When Doves Cry. Okay, drop the artist as well. Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. Oh God, this song it's too good, really. Your Love by The Outfield. I never lived in the 80s, but cruising in a look-alike Corvette top down in GTA Vice City made me really feel 80s. Take on Me by Aha. I mean, if you don't know this song, how? Tainted Love by Soft Cell. Just Like Heaven by The Cure. Literally has hooks on every instrument. It's easily one of the best pop songs ever made and possibly the best of the 80s. Don't You by Simple Minds. That song is kind of immortalized as the Breakfast Club song, but it's still so good. Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie. Still my favorite game is to guess within the first 10 seconds if it's Under Pressure or Ice Ice Baby. Don't Dream It's Over by Crowded House. Don't know if I've actually heard that one. I probably recognize it if I listen to it. Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper. Wicked Game by Chris Isaac, 1989. Honorable mention, Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, 1985. Money for Nothing. I guess we got a couple fans for it. What is your favorite paradox and why? If you choose to not decide, you still have made a choice. Inaction, inaction. Oh boy, I can tell this question's gonna give me a headache. The Geezer paradox. You don't become cooler with age, but you do care progressively less about being cool, which is the only true way to actually be cool. Generalizations are always bad. I don't know if this really qualifies as a paradox, more so just kind of bad irony. Paradox Interactive. They make the best games. Okay, Okay, you know what? That's a technicality, but I'll let it slide. This statement is false. Simple, clean, to the point. I'll never forget it because of Portal 2. The intolerance one. To build a tolerant society accepting of all people, to an extent, you have to be extremely intolerant of those who aren't. It makes perfect sense. It's just neat to think about at length. German law. Number 1, you must kill the rat for pest prevention. 2, you are not allowed to kill the rat because animal protection laws. Quote, a German exterminator. At dinner, my dad used to say, keep your mouth shut and eat. I mean, you can kinda do that, but not all the time, depending on how much food you're eating. The one about choices. We think having 2 options is boring, but you always pick one thing. Then you get 100 and now you're not sure which to pick. So sometimes you don't pick anything. The more options we have in life, the harder it is to move forward. It's as if having the freedom to choose limits us. Oh, come on, man. I've been super existential over here and you're gonna give me that? You're gonna give me this information to make me suffer? Asking Rick Astley for his DVD of the movie Up. As stated, he will never give you up, but nor will he let you down. More cheese equals more holes. More holes equals less cheese. More cheese equals less cheese. Oh God, no, my cheese! If you were to live forever, but your memories didn't with you, would you remember you could live forever to begin with? Can God microwave a burrito so hot even he couldn't eat it? Dash Homer Simpson. A true philosopher, that Simpson. What is that one thing you wished you were good at? Drawing. I mean, you can be good at it, you just need to practice. Reading/writing music. I would like to learn how to read music, but I also don't think I'd encounter music enough to make it worth it. Singing. I envy people who are good at singing. Again, I think a lot of these come down to practice. Unless you're born without pitch, then oh no. Piano. Well, load up those lessons or check some YouTube tutorials. Guessing winning lottery numbers. Yeah, you and everybody else's grandma. Social interactions. Now this is the kind of answer I was looking for, and yes, I wish I was better at it too. Learning languages. Fun fact, I have been doing Duolingo, but I swear it's gaslighting me because I keep my streak, and it's just taking my streak freezes. I know what you're up to, Duolingo. Looks or having great looking jeans. Like, I'm so jealous of good-looking guys or have that sexy look going on just by having those jeans. Well, what jeans are they? Levi's? Wrangler? Playing guitar. I dabble, but I'm iffy at it. Yeah, I'm kinda in the same boat. I need to practice more, but my fingies hurt. Guitar. I'm learning, but it's hard. That it is. Understanding social cues. I think the real problem here is that all of us are humans and nobody knows what's going on, so we'll never be able to understand. What do you think makes life easier? Money. Definitely money and or being born to rich people. Health and wealth. Honestly, pack this question up. They gave the answer. That's it. Simplicity. A friend told me that while we get older, we add more and more to our plates, but we never remove anything. I aspire to remove things when possible. I'm a bit of a hoarder, so I think I do just keep too much, and I don't know how to get rid of it. Money, sadly. It is pretty sad. Not giving a shit. Admittedly, that can get you pretty far. Having people around you who care about you and your well-being and want to help. Being good looking. It makes everything easier, even things you don't realize. Money. Not having to worry about bills or buying food makes life significantly easier. Watching cats. Like the act of watching a cat or watching Cats the musical. Positive mindset/health. A good sense of humor. Life is too short to be serious all the time. It's better to just be a silly, goofy little creature. The ability to flush your toilet paper down the toilet after wiping. Seriously, I've lived in places where you couldn't do this due to plumbing infrastructure, and you realize how easy you have it when you can just drop it and flush. Never really thought about that, but I guess, yeah. Kindness and empathy during your interactions with others. It's honestly the bare minimum, people. Like, if you're not approaching random strangers with kindness and empathy at the start of an interaction, what is wrong with you? Coffee. I don't know if it makes it easier, but it does make me keep going. When everyone around you likes and respects you. Nothing is worse than dealing with a daily toxic relationship, whether at work or at home. Glasses, of course. What is the coolest thing you have ever found? It's not super cool, but one time I was walking in Walmart and I found like $36 on the floor, and that was pretty cool. When I was 10 or so, I found 2 Civil War horse bridles, I think that's what they're called, in a dried up creek I was playing in. I showed my dad and we went to a local museum, and dude told us all about them. We gave one to the guy and kept the other. I don't know where it is now though. I discovered a French World War II bayonet while camping. My great-grandma's suffragette sashes, buttons, and pamphlets. That's actually really cool to see like living history stuff. That's awesome. I've found some pretty cool rocks. Black opal is my most rare find. I think when I was younger I had a rock collection, but I didn't know enough about rocks to know what I was collecting. I just kind of grabbed them if I thought they looked cool. Found a $20 outside of a mall. That was a good day. It's always nice to find money. $5 in my pocket yesterday. I'm so glad the washing machine doesn't ruin my dollars entirely. A couple was at the beach on their honeymoon. I noticed they were feverishly looking for the wife's engagement ring in the sand, so I offered to help them. About an hour later, I found it. That's actually really cool of you. Me personally, I don't talk to strangers, so found an antique and expensive ruby ring inside an old rusted salt shaker I bought at a thrift store. Had the salt shaker for a few years before I decided to wrangle the top off. Appreciation from another human being. Frogs. Every time I find a frog, it's the coolest thing I have ever found. The clitoris. Pics or it didn't happen. No. No pics, please. Not right now. What's the best sensation in the world? Being able to swallow normal after a throat infection. Wink. I know what you're thinking, Barfin. I know what you're thinking. Crawling into fresh sheets with the knowledge you get to sleep in the next morning. I got to do this yesterday and oh, it is just such an indescribable feeling. A serious health test coming back negative. Whew, oh, got confused. I always forget negative is the good result that you want in medical stuff. A cat giving you a friendly head bonk while purring. Diving into the ocean at dawn. I misread that as driving into the ocean at dawn, LMAO. That probably feels pretty cool too, but that's just me. 30 minutes of extra sleep in the morning. Surprisingly, the worst sensation is when you get an extra hour of sleep because you snoozed through your alarm and you just never woke up. Popping a big zit. It's really hit or miss if it's a good feeling or just sheer pain. Having a head massage. It's so relaxing. What is the best TV theme tune of all time? X-Men, 90s animated series. The best? I don't know, but it's definitely up there. Greatest American Hero, because it might be one of the only ones that works as its own song. I love the South Park theme song. Also Futurama. I mean, if you have Primus making your theme song, you've got a pretty good theme song. The Pink Panther theme song is one of the most iconic ever, I think. Now, does iconic also translate to being the best? That's the real question we gotta think about. The Simpsons opening theme. Again, falling back into the iconic zone rather than just the best. Knight Rider theme song. I don't think I've actually ever heard the theme song for Knight Rider. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Never thought I could be so free. Believe it or not, I don't know what that theme song is. It's in my head, but I don't know. MASH theme from TV show. Obviously The Sopranos. Woke up this morning, got some gabagoo. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. You know, to catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. If you died today, what would be your biggest regret? Probably dying. Didn't lose the V card. Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people are like that too, don't worry. Probably that I spent most of my life working for others' expectations. I have only recently found the freedom of self-motivation. I want to enjoy it before I go, not stopping all the bad habits I'm aware that I have. Procrastination is a big one. I'm completely aware of it and have been fixing it for years. I really don't like myself right now, and I know why. I just can't seem to figure it out though. Sadly, I have many, but I think my biggest is getting married. I hope my husband never reads this. I truly love my husband and am in love with him, but I have allowed being married hold me back from so many things. There were and are so many compromises that I didn't and don't want to make. I got married at 19, so that could have a lot to do with it. Not deleting my search history before that point. Every day, you gotta stay on it. You gotta just, routinely delete your history. Not telling my brother how much I love him often enough. He knows and I say it a lot, but still, I always want to support him more and let him know I'm there for him. I think growing up, he was intimidated by me / I was a bit of an a-hole and I still feel bad about it. I mean, it's nice that you at least recognize that you were probably in the wrong when you were growing up, so it's good that you want to make amends like that. But I can't die today. I still have unredeemed coupons for the McDonald's Monopoly. I hate to break this to you, but I'm pretty sure those coupons expire at the end of the year, right? Like, I'm not crazy, am I? Nothing. I already died. Can't regret things when you dead AF. That I wasted so much time wanting romantic love. I don't know if it's wasting time. You're just waiting. Not being with the person that I'm pursuing. That one's probably more rough. I just bought that Costco-sized mustard and ketchup. Ooh, yeah, that's just unfortunate timing. I'm sorry. That I didn't outlive my ex. Well, now that you're dead, you can go haunt them. Just a thought. I don't believe in regrets. Well, I feel like in a few years you might regret typing that. What TV or film series had you bawling your eyes out? It takes a lot for me to cry, so really nothing. The entire beginning of Up, the scene where McConaughey is watching the video message from his family in Interstellar gets me every time. That scene absolutely pulls on my heartstrings, just like getting to watch your children grow up and at the same time not like you in the process. The Green Mile, when Coffee is going to be executed. Those scenes, that just breaks my heart. Haven't been able to watch the movie for a long time now. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, how come he don't want me, man? Yeah, that scene crushes me. It hurts. The dad dying in Train to Busan and the little girl crying her heart out always gets me. That scene in Jojo Rabbit with the shoes. Oh, don't remind me. A few jump scares from Annabelle Creation because I was cleaning my glasses and the noise blasted and I poked my own eye. Oh, that's no good. Rambo's rage-fueled rant at the end of First Blood, the breakfast scene in Erased, and Ylva in Vinland Saga breaking down in tears after trying to move on from her dad's death and provide for herself and her mom while living in hardship. I could have got more. Schindler's List. If you want to feel just like absolutely horrible, go watch Schindler's List if you have 3 hours to spare. Fry's dog waiting for him to come back. The final scene in Field of Dreams always leaves me blubbering like a big baby. Every single time. Mufasa dying in The Lion King did it for me. The dramatic cliff falling, Stampede, and Simba nudging his father were powerful. What is something that everyone looks stupid doing? Making TikToks in public. I mean, filming yourself in general in public is kind of embarrassing. When it's windy and raining and the umbrella flips the wrong way. Why the f*** does this embarrass me so much? I feel like a walking human red flag, as if my poor choice in umbrellas is tied to my value as a human. It's okay, buddy. It's just an umbrella. You don't need to beat yourself up this bad. Slipping on ice. There's no cool way of slipping on it either. Like, if I could slip on ice cool, then I would. No one appears cool while chasing a plastic bag or a piece of loose paper in the wind. We all look like children, just kind of grasping hands out like, come back, where, gimme, running after a ping pong ball. Kind of the same principle as the plastic bag or paper, because you're just, come back, oh no, it's under the couch, VR. I was once playing Beat Saber and my roommate came home and my window blinds were open and he took a little video of me doing my little thing, and God, it's so embarrassing. Pooping. I mean, everybody does it. There's no cool way of pooping, is there? Waiting for a sneeze to come that never comes. It's more just disappointing for the person's sake. Putting on mascara. I mean, I don't know how to do it at all, so whenever I see somebody doing it, I'm like, whoa, how you're not poking your eyes out. Picking your nose. I can see you, person in the car stuck in traffic next to me, falling downstairs. Yeah, it's kind of hard to look cool while falling downstairs. You're just being tossed around by gravity. Tripping over laces. I guess this goes back to the falling category, and yeah, you always look stupid when you fall over. Running with a backpack. Not only does it look dumb running with a backpack, but it also kind of hurts depending on what you have in there, just since it's slamming back onto your back every couple seconds, putting that last corner of the fitted sheet on their bed. It almost feels degrading, because you're just like struggling for nothing, really. Drinking a beverage from a straw while not being Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, I didn't know that was the qualifier. I guess I've looked stupid this whole time. What is the most backhanded compliment you've received? I thought I saw this really cute guy at the library today, but when I got closer, I realized it was just you. I don't know how to take that one. That feels feels kind of just mean. My go-to for stupid people is, you have an amazing grasp of the obvious. They usually thank me. A little strange of you to be proud of giving people backhanded compliments, but whatever floats your boat. I'm a cool type of gay because I'm normal. There's always something behind the normal sentiment there. Once went to dinner with my then BF and a friend of his. I'm cracking jokes left and right, being my usual goofy self. Halfway through the meal, the friend says, "You're funny. I can now see why you have a boyfriend." I'm not gonna lie, that one kind of hurt me by proxy. When I was in high school, a girl said she thought I'd be pretty good looking when I'm older. Well, what's the verdict? A beard helps, but still very average. You have a cute big nose, while trying to pick me up at a bar. He was unsuccessful, in case you were wondering. From my old OBGYN, "You're really healthy for a fat girl. Where do these doctors get the nerve to say things like this? You looked really pretty for a second, just different. Must have been the lighting or something. My step cousin." Lots to unpack here. Yeah, I don't like this. You guys are getting compliments? I might be getting compliments, but I'm also just not smart enough to register it sometimes. Someone slapped me with the back of their hand while saying I looked good. It's a technicality, but it's surely a backhanded compliment. Your task is to blow a job interview in the first 30 seconds. What do? Blow the job interviewer. Or that might get me the job, I don't know. Not show up. Efficient. I go interview at the railroad company in Ohio and immediately start talking about unionizing and striking for better pay, more PTO, and a higher safety standard. Oh yeah, they'd have you out of there before you could even say "yoon." I actually did this once when I was 19. First question was, "Why do you want to work here?" And my real answer was, "Does anyone want to work in retail? You're hiring and I need a paycheck." She looked mad and told me to go home in a way that made it seem as though I should be heartbroken from getting turned down by Bed Bath & Beyond. LOL. It's still insane to me that people take their retail or food service jobs like they are the best, greatest gift they could ever have on this earth. Pissing your pants would probably end things real quick, TBH. No, I'm smart enough. I know how to talk my way out of it by saying stuff like, "Oh, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to piss in my pants." I'm just here so I don't get fined. Tell them you're over 50. Well, where I work, that clearly didn't stop them. Speak in 5 different accents. That could work, but they might also hire you as the personality hire. Poop on their desk in front of them. I mean, it'd be kind of a miracle if you managed to get a turd out in that time frame, but yeah, that would bomb it pretty bad. Out for Harambe. Okay, man, it's not 2016 anymore. We can move on. What decade has the best music? Let's just get this out of the way. Music is subjective, blah, 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 whatever. Usually the one between your 15th and 25th birthday. Late 60s to late 70s. Pink Floyd, Jethro Tull, Led Zeppelin, Yes, Rush, Aerosmith, Queen, and that's just the ones that made it all the way into the 70s. Just before, you had Hendrix, Joplin, The Band, etc. There is no 10-year period that had better bands or music. Hard stop. 1967 to 1977. Correct answer. 1990s. I wish we had appreciated then what an amazing era we were in. I would have gone to so many more concerts, and I went to many great ones. Okay, no need to brag how many good concerts you've been to, God. Disco. It never died, just transformed. I'm biased, but the 90s had everything you could ever want. The current one, because I can listen to music from all the previous decades. I don't know if that's really following the question guidelines, but I also agree with you because you know, the music's still there. Definitely the 80s. Okay, geez, you don't need to yell, my God. I was a teenager in the 90s, but for me, the best decade was around 1967 to 1977. The sheer volume of iconic artists is unrivaled. 2000s for me. I'm only assuming it's 2000s because unless you're talking about the 1000s, oh my God, all of them. Music is highly subjective and there are no right or wrong answers. People tend to like the music that was new and popular when they came of age in their early adulthood. What kids movie can be made into a horror movie? Oh, probably a lot of them, I'd imagine. Where the Wild Things Are. Didn't they kinda do that? Like a little bit? Coraline basically already is one. Yeah, that's a little bit cheating to mention Coraline. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The original boat ride was horrific for little me. Also, just all of the remakes remake. Yeah, no clue what they were thinking on that boat ride in the original movie because, what? Shrek. A few personality changes and it would be pretty scary. Home Alone. From the perspective of the burglars. The scene of the one guy just stepping on the nail, it's stuck in my brain. Toy Story. Just look at that one scene with Sid. Nightmare Before Christmas. No happy ending for Santa. Teletubbies. That shit is creepy already. Obvious answer is Monsters, Inc. Oh, I mean, yeah, they're monsters trying to scare children. Easy enough. Who is your all-time favorite video game protagonist? Arthur Morgan. Without question. You're alright, boy. I haven't played Red Dead 2, so I don't really know what Arthur sounds like. I'm sorry. Mario. I mean, he's really a blank slate hero, isn't he? Like, he just kind of can do anything. The little triangle in Asteroids. Nathan Drake. Nate is great. Half Indiana Jones, half Ross from Friends. Oh my god, I think I actually see the resemblance of Ross, and yikes. I like the long guy from Tetris. A damn hero when you need one. Link! You mean Zelda? Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. I want to say Link, but I think that is a cop-out since there are many different versions of him with varying levels of personality. I think if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick Wind Waker Link, just since he seems like a goofy little kid. You cannot change your fate. No man can. Prince of Persia. The cat from Stray. How do you know you're getting old? The f***s to be given are running out. Okay, so that would have been like 16 for me. Appreciating a dessert that's not too sweet. Wherever I am, no matter what I'm doing, I'd almost always rather be at home. That could be a sign of age, or it could just be a sign that you are an introvert. Joints and muscles hurt that didn't used to hurt. When she fell down becomes she had a fall. Oh yeah, that's kind of a big indicator, I think. You start actually wanting to go to bed early. I'm actually right there, but I'm in my early 20s. That's not fair. When you have to start calculating your age. Is it 2020 now? 2023? Oh, then I must be insert age here. Now, I kind of had the cheat code on that because my age is the same as whatever the year is, so I'm good. Time starts to fly faster. Can't sleep through the night without waking up to piss. I'm honestly surprised I don't have like an infection or something because I never wake up to pee, but I sure do wake up in the morning needing to pee. I legitimately don't understand words and phrases used by middle and high school aged kids. I still use the words, but I don't fully understand them, like cap and bussin'. I don't know what that means. You are posting on Facebook. If you regularly use Facebook, I'm sorry to tell you this, you're a grandma. Alright, that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. My name has been Brandon, and I will talk to you in another video. Bye.